Welcome students of class 11. We are on the chapter that is equilibrium. There is one online session on that. Now today I will be discuss on some of the topics regarding to the equilibrium. Now what are the topics? So first one is characteristics of chemical equilibrium. First point, that is characteristics of chemical equilibrium. So the first point, that is the equilibrium constant, the value of the equilibrium constant will only be followed or only be applicable when the reaction attains equilibrium, and the observable properties like just like the example of the change in the color for the equilibrium of H2 and I2 to HI when all the species is in gaseous state, the color intensity of the color will be same when the equilibrium is attained. It is also known as observable quantities. Next point, that is the equilibrium is obtained only in the reaction carried in the closed vessel. So second point, that is closed vessel. We know that the value of equilibrium constant is constant at a specific temperature. It is also a condition. So the reaction must be undergone on a closed vessel. Otherwise what happens? Suppose the decomposition of calcium carbonate, heating decomposition. If the system is open, then what happens? The carbon dioxide, as it is a gas, will be evolved from the reaction system. So if the closed vessel is there, then the reaction will attain equilibrium. So it is a necessary condition that the system must be, or the reaction must be contained in a closed vessel. The third one, equilibrium is dynamic in nature. Third one is dynamic. We know what is the dynamic here. Dynamic means rate of forward reaction. Rate of forward reaction is equal to rate of backward reaction. Clear? And concentration at equilibrium remains same. Concentration at equilibrium, whose concentration, that is the concentration of the reactants and products, is same. Next one, in a reversible reaction, chemical equilibrium can be attained from either side. What is the meaning of that? That if it is true for, the equilibrium is true for from the reactants to products, and also the products to reactants. It also can be proved by using the graph of HI, which we have drawn on the class, that when the reaction, it is the forward reaction and it is the backward reaction, and at middle, at any point, the reaction attains equilibrium. Now at present, that is from reactants to product, that is iodine and hydrogen is there, and this is the reactants, and HI is the product. Now when we ongoing through the forward reaction, then iodine, the concentration of iodine and hydrogen is greater. So with time going, its concentration is decreases and HI concentration is increases. Now here it is the concentration of HI, here is the concentration of hydrogen and iodine in gaseous state, it is also in gas. Now the reaction attains equilibrium when hydrogen and iodine taken as an system, and also in another one if HI is taken as an as a compound. So this is the fourth option, that is, first of all, the reaction attains equilibrium, that is the equilibrium constant will be the constancy is followed when the reaction attains equilibrium. Second one, a closed vessel is required. What is the drawbacks of it? If there is no closed vessel, then the gaseous form will be evolved from the system. The system is dynamic in nature, that is equilibrium is dynamic in nature. And fourth one, that reaction will attain equilibrium from both the side. If we take reactants, then it also attains equilibrium. If we take products, then also it will attain equilibrium. The next point, that is, so it is the characteristics of chemical equilibrium. Next point, that is, what is active mass, and also the next point, that is law of mass action. What is law of mass action? Suppose a reaction is represented as concentration of C into, it is in equilibrium. Now it tells that for the forward reaction, the rate of forward reaction is proportional to concentration of A to the power A, concentration of B to the power B. So it is the product of concentrations of reactants with its stoichiometric power, with its stoichiometric power. This is the stoichiometric power, and so the product of concentration of reactants with its stoichiometric power is known as the law of mass action. So as the concentration of the reactants will be higher, the rate of the forward reaction will be higher. And it is also true for the backward reaction. What is backward reaction? That is when C and D combines to form A and B, then it also be true. Then the product will be concentration of C to the power C and concentration of D to the power D. It is the law of mass action. And the term, this term is known as active mass, which I have told earlier, this is active mass. Active mass is nothing but the concentration of the reactants at equilibrium. Next, we have studied how to calculate the equilibrium constant. Now, there are some reactions and we have to derive the expression of equilibrium constant and have to find out the relation between Kp and Kc, that is in case pressure term and also in the concentration term. So first one, PCl5 gas, PCl3 gas plus chlorine gas. So we have to derive the relation between Kp and Kc. So first of all, Kc equal to the concentration, as it is a gas. So the concentration of PCl3 and concentration of Cl2 by concentration of PCl5. It is in terms of pressure, and when we express it in terms of it is in terms of concentration, and when we will express it in terms of pressure, then it will become Kp equal to pressure of PCl3 into pressure of Cl2 gas and pressure of PCl5. Now the last assumption we have taken that when a system is solid in nature, then its activity is 1, and if a pure liquid is there, then its activity also 1. Now here so Kp equal to, we know the P equal to CRT, so just putting the value, that is concentration of PCl3 into concentration of Cl2 divided by concentration of PCl5, and the rest portion, that is RT. Here RT and divided by RT. So it will be Kp equal to Kc into RT to the power 2 minus 1, that is Kc into RT. Kp equal to Kc into RT. It is the expression for the reaction of decomposition of phosphorus pentachloride. It is the decomposition of phosphorus pentachloride. So the question may be in the form, write down the equation or write down the equilibrium of heating decomposition of PCl5 and derive the relation between Kp and Kc. Also there is another example, that is for formation of ammonia. You may also try it, that is the formation of ammonia, that is nitrogen, hydrogen forming 2 NH3, all are in gaseous form. Now we have to derive the relation between Kp and Kc. In the same way, so first of all we have to write down the equilibrium. N2 gas plus 3H2 gas with a reversible sign 2NH3, it is also a gas. Now Kc, that is concentration of NH3 with stoichiometric power, that is 2, concentration of N2 and concentration of H2 to the power 3, and Kp is equal to P of NH3 square divided by P of N2 into P of hydrogen cube. From the ideal gas equation, P equal to CRT. So putting the value, that P equal to CRT, PV equal to nRT, P equal to N by VRT. Now N is the number of moles and V is the volume, so it is the concentration, and this is C. Now NH3 they equal to concentration of NH3 square divided by nitrogen into concentration of hydrogen cube into the left part, that is the RT part, that is RT square, RT into RT cube. So it becomes Kc into RT to the power 2 minus 4, that is Kc into RT to the power minus 2. So the final equation becomes Kp equal to Kc into RT to the power minus 2. So this is to derive the relation between Kp and Kc for the reaction, that is formation of ammonia. It is also the process for made by Haber. It is also known as Haber process. Now if a different kinds of reaction is given, that is the reaction of a formation of ester, that is CH3COOH, this is acetic acid, and alcohol is taken as ethanol, C2H5OH. Then the compound will be CH3COO, C2H5 plus H2O. Now you have to derive the relation of Kc here. Now overall volume, as all are liquid, so the total volume is V, right. Now in starting it becomes, suppose there is m mole of acetic acid and n mole of ethanol, and at T equal to 0, that means when reaction does not start, T equal to 0, m mole, n mole. It is 0, 0. When T equal to T1, then it becomes, that means I suppose that their x mole is reacted. So the left part, that is n minus x or m minus x, it is the residue concentration of the acetic acid and ethanol, and that of the ester is x and x, because the reactants and products, the decomposition of the reactants equal to the concentration of the products. Now first of all we have to derive the concentration, that concentration at equilibrium, concentration of acetic acid, what will be the concentration? That is m minus x divided by V, that is, it is the mass left, it is the V, m minus x by V. Concentration of ethanol at equilibrium is equal to n minus x by V, and concentration of ester CH3 COO C2H5, it is x by V, and concentration of water, that is equal to x by V. So we had get the concentration in the equilibrium. Now we know the value of this, and we know the expression of Kc. Kc equal to concentration of product, that is CH3 CO2 C2H5 into concentration of H2O divided by concentration of CH3COOH and into concentration of C2H5OH. Now just putting the value, the CH3COOH, it is equal to x by V into x by V divided by CH3COOH has been m minus x by V, and it is n minus x by V. Now the value will be x square by m minus x into n minus x and V square. This is equal to x square by m minus V into n minus V, right? Sorry, m minus x, not V. It is equal to m minus x and n minus x. From this conclusion or from this derivation, we can prove that there is no dependence of equilibrium constant on the volume, because it is expression of equilibrium constant. Here is no volume term. So we may dissolve the total volume does not affect the value of the equilibrium constant. It can be further concluded from the expression or from the expression of such kind of equilibria. It is all that in liquid term, so it can be also be proved that there is no dependency on volume for the expression of equilibrium constant. So up to this, on the next day I will start with further problem regarding to the equation already we have derived, and also there is the next part, that is what is last atelier principles and etc. So till then, goodbye.